It's about 6:15 and time now for What's Trending. Some foul-mouthed parrots at a British zoo are in some big trouble for swearing at people. 5 African gray parrots were donated from separate owners to the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park within the same week, and those birds actually had to quarantine together. But the staff said that the parrots were soon swearing and cussing at each other, and then also at visitors who started cussing back at the birds. Zoo officials say the parrots swear to trigger a reaction or a response, so seeing people shocked or laughing only encourages the birds to curse even more. And the zoo removed the parrots from public view so that children obviously wouldn't hear all this profanity. Billy, Eric, Tyson, Jade, and Elsie were removed this week so as not to ruffle any feathers, and they were separated and then moved to some various different areas of the Wildlife Center so they're unable to provoke each other. And staff are hoping the birds' language will get a little more family friendly now that they've been separated. But you guys, I saw this all over social media yesterday, and I just find it, I have to say, pretty entertaining. First of all, we know that parrots and like that can talk, and you've heard them swear before. But for them to be swearing back and forth at each other, and then to be swearing at zoo patrons, can you imagine if you're there, just pretty bird, and then they drop a bomb on you?
That would be absolutely hilarious. I wish I could have been one of the guests on that zoo, because I would have just been on the floor just rolling laughing. I mean, that is just absolutely so funny. It just goes to show, though, that their previous owners were a little bit foul-mouthed as well.
Oh, perhaps. Yeah, where'd they learn it from? Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was my first question when I heard this, is where did they learn this foul language from? And I'll be honest, if I was one of those guests too and they swore at me, I probably would have swore right back at them. I mean, how dare you swear and everything else. We actually talked about this yesterday morning. We also have a phone call with one of our radio partners, Coyote 93.7. We do their weather forecast for them, and we talked about this, and we were both just shaking our heads too. The story's just, yeah.
Yeah, I find it really entertaining, and I probably would have been happy to hear it myself, but not if I had my 3-year-old with me. That's not something we need to pass along.
Right, very understandable. Well, maybe if there's an adult zoo that ever opens up one day, they can bring those parrots there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they'd be a big hit.
Well, from one kind of bizarre story to another, a new jet suit is being tested for use by mountain paramedics in Britain. The surreal tests were carried out by an ambulance service, and check that out. In the hilly terrain of the UK's Lake District, the suit allowed a first responder to make what would have been a 25-minute walk in just 90 seconds. The service says they need more info on the technology, but said it could be a game changer for mountain area responses. The suits have 2 mini engines on each arm and one on the back, so that allows the paramedic to control their movement just by moving their hands. And if the idea takes off, the flying paramedic would be armed with a medical kit with strong pain relief for hikers who may have suffered broken bones, and also a defibrillator for those who may have suffered a heart attack. So that is just absolutely incredible. If I was made of money, I would probably be one of the first people to buy this just for entertainment purposes. This has kind of always been a dream of mine, to have like an Iron Man suit or something to fly around
Sure.
with. It just looks so much fun. But I'm really glad to see that they're being used not just for entertainment at first, but for a really good cause right now.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense that it could really shave a ton of time off of any life-saving rescue efforts. So I'm sure that it could be used in a number of different platforms too. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out of it. But just the video, yeah, it looks like a movie, right?
It looks completely out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look like out of this world. I'm like, wow, with technology you would see in the movie coming to life, Peter, going to be one of those people to test it?
Maybe when I become a millionaire, Devin. We'll see. We'll see.
Marissa, maybe you?
Sure, I would like to fly. Why not? I'll try it.
I don't know. I might crash and burn right away within the first few seconds, so I wouldn't even get up that high. So this next story will tug at your heartstrings. A team of Oregon firefighters has a new member with Jedi powers. Thanks to a young Star Wars fan, Oregon firefighters now have the Force on their side. When 5-year-old Carver learned of wildfires in his state, he wanted to help. So as part of a donation drive, he sent a baby Yoda doll in a care package to firefighters, along with a note that read, Here's a friend for you in case you get lonely, and the heroic responders loved it. Baby Yoda is now fighting fires with crews on the front lines. The doll's travels are documented in a Facebook group called Baby Yoda Fights Fires, and the page is already more than 25,000 followers strong. Carver's grandmother, who helped send Yoda, calls it a bit of sunshine during such a dark time, and how cool is that?
That is just so incredibly sweet. I love this story, and oh, how cute is he? I mean, how excited, I'm sure, for him to be able to follow that, and for all of his friends and all of his family to be able to follow that and know that it was his generous, wonderful effort that he made for those firefighters, and it's really genuinely helping them.
I know. I love seeing all those pictures. I'm sure he's so enthusiastic and thrilled about that. My favorite one was the little baby Yoda with the American flag bandana on his head.
Yeah, so
that
cute.
was very, very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
That was very cool. You need something to smile about during such a year where there's hardly anything to smile about, and just see that a Baby Yoda something so simple can go a long ways.
Right.